I don't install septic systems, but this is a really unique opportunity to show you how a septic system works, because they haven't done any backfilling yet, and it's all exposed. Really awesome. So come check it out. We just did a bunch of flushing in the house. So I'm just here on the weekend testing some water. We just did a bunch of flushing in the house, and you can actually still hear the water entering the tanks here. But check it out. Right here is where we stubbed out our waste line through the stem wall. No, actually, I think we went under the footing, ABS. And then they put a 4x3 increaser on it. They have a building clean out right here. And they got 4-inch that enters into the sludge tank. Come over here, I want to show you where it enters. Okay, so the main waste from the house enters the septic tank high on it right there. Okay, so this is the very first entry point. And they have a T on it right there. Okay, so the sludge, the waste will come in, it'll hit that T, and it'll shoot down into the tank. Okay, so most of our waste, right, is floatable. So it floats to the top and it creates the sludge layer. So this is called the sludge tank. Now we got to get the water from the sludge tank to the pump tank that Bruce is standing on right now. So right in here is a wall, a baffle wall inside this 2-chamber sludge tank. The sludge stays on this side of the wall, and there's a hole down low on this wall, so it won't let any solids into this smaller chamber right here. So this is the effluent side of this 2-chamber tank. So now this is just effluent water, that's sludge water. This is effluent water. So if you look in here, you can actually see it. Come try to see it. See the hole down there, I don't know. Hopefully you can see it. It's right down there about a couple feet, there's a hole. You see it?
I can.
Okay. So the only thing that can come up in here is water, because the floatables stay up high over here. So now it's transferring the effluent water from here over to the pump tank that you're standing on over there. One last line of defense for catching solids. This is a strainer right here. This is what saves drain fields. We never had these back in the old days. So the water will enter this tube, and the only water that will make it out into that T is water that is able to make it out these little baffles. So that is really cool. Check it out. See that water? See the water in the center here? That's going to be the only water that's going to be able to head over to our pump tank. Okay, I've never had those. That's why drain fields were failing so often, is we didn't have the, the drain field filter tube, which is really cool. Right, so now this is just a loop. This is just transferring the water out of the effluent side of the sludge tank over to the pump tank. Now let's go look in the pump tank. So this tank here is just one big tank, no wall. So it enters here, it doesn't need a T or anything. It's just dumping in here. All right, come over here. And this is where your pump is at. So your pump is sitting on the bottom there, and there's a float tree right here. This is what's going to, when the water raises, it's going to push this float up, and you can hear it. Get close and hear this. Okay, the only time that ball is going to fall down and make contact to send electricity to the pump is about right there. Boom. Pump turns on, it floats back down, pump off. Pump on, pump off. Pump on, pump off. This is just a high level. Say this float went bad and it started to come up, boom, this is going to send an alarm over to the alarm panel right there, and it's going to alert the owner that something's wrong out here. Okay, so that's what turns on and off your sewage pump. Okay, so this fills up, float, water level comes up, float comes up, sends power to the pump. There's a check valve right there. And that's a 2-inch line. That powerful pump is now going to send this effluent water to the drain field. I'm going to put these lids on, and we'll walk over and I'll show you the drain field. All right, it's a long walk because the drain field is actually really far away on this property for whatever reason. But you can see the 2-inch discharge line here, and it goes right under the driveway. That's kind of a bad deal, but I'm sure they got it sleeved. Go through where to start. I think they left it open on purpose for the inspector, to show the inspector it is sleeved. You see that sleeve?
Mm-hmm.
This is going to come, this is going to turn, this is going to manifold out and feed these 3 legs right here. They're plastic baffles, so the water is spraying up. The water is spraying up in this air zone, so they try to create these air pockets on these drain field legs, because what comes with air is aerobic bacteria, so that helps keep the health of the drain field and eating away at the any solids that are in the effluent water. Still has solids. The screens up there are only going to collect so much of it, so a lot of it's going to get down here. So these are going to have some really healthy ecosystems in there for the bugs to eat away at the solids that are still in the water. Here we go. There's that baffle I was telling you about too. So here's that 2-inch coming in. It's going to feed this leg. It's going to send it over there and feed that leg. Yep. All sand, huh?
Mm-hmm. A lot of sand that's in my shoe.
This is the Learn Plumbing channel, not the Learn Septic channel, but I thought it'd just be really cool to show this to you, because this is where, we plumb these houses to send the waste out of the house, but where does it go from there? It goes into a septic system to be treated and dispersed back into the ground. And that's how they're doing it on this property.